All right, we are now live on the Wade's Ventures YouTube channel, guys. You see I have my mic in hand? That's the new way I'm going to introduce everybody. I feel like it's way more cooler if I have it like this. All right, who do we have in chat? Who do we have in chat? Let me say hello to some people, and then we will get started. Guys, if it's your first time being live with me, first of all, I want to say you're crazy for subscribing to this. No, I'm joking. I love all you guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing and loving this channel. We do a lot of cool stuff here. Primarily Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I invite shining stars, way cooler people than me in the reselling community on my channel. And I try to bring you guys as much amazing people as possible, not only so you can get to know them personally, but also so you can get some nuggets, real nuggets or fake nuggets. If you guys watched that episode with Frenchie, you'll understand. So let me say hello to some people in chat. Holy cow. We're approaching 50 people already. My gosh, let me say hello to some people. We got Adam, number one. Number one, Adam. I appreciate that, my man. Megan is our girl. She can. Hey, how did you know Megan was on, guys? Come on now. No, that's, guys, without further ado, we have an amazing guest. So let me say hello to some people in chat, and then we'll finish up here. The Real Stitch, Pac-Man, the best YouTube admin in all of the world, Mr. Pac-Man. Gina, what's going on? Rage, what's going on? Beth, got a great YouTube channel. Beth, what is going on, guys? All right, so let's get into this. I have a lot to cover today. We have a lot to cover today. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Megan right now.
Hello, you guys. It's Megan. Thank you for having me, Wade.
By the way, you are officially, out of all 100 guests I've had on this YouTube channel, you are the best dressed out of everybody.
Oh, thank you. I've got my glittery shirt on, so a little bit of sparkle.
So I'm excited to have you on. A lot of people, like I said before the show, was extremely excited to have you on. We got a lot of hi Megans in chat. I don't know if you can see chat right now, but there's a lot of love for you in chat.
Oh, wow. Hi, Susie. Hi, Deb.
Susie is amazing. Deb is amazing. How many? Oh, before we get started, I like to engage everybody in chat. Type 1 if you have already been following Megan, or if you've seen Megan. She's pretty popular around these parts. Type 1 if you have. Type 2 if you haven't. And if you haven't, I'm going to be putting Megan's Instagram link in chat constantly, guys. Go follow her on Instagram. Creep on her page. I can tell you that I've been trying to convince her to start a YouTube channel up. We will get into that towards the end of the show.
I'm too shy for that.
You would be amazing. Amazing. Okay. Wow. I don't know if you can see chat, but there's a lot of ones.
I see a lot of ones. Can I put a one in the chat too?
You can. Hey, you can put a one in the chat. I'm shocked. You can. There's so much love in here for you. My gosh. Megan is amazing. Yes. There's great organization ideas. Oh, I didn't know about that. We're going to have to get into that.
Yeah.
YouTube channel, please. Yes. Okay. So let's get into these nuggets. So those of you who are just joining or never joined this YouTube channel, I ask Megan some personal questions just to get to know her as a reseller. And then we're going to do the haul behind her. And then towards the end, we're going to try to do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions going into the end of the show or during the show, guys, you can put those in chat and I'll try to get to them. Before we get started, the last thing is my channel is 100% free zone. So you can promote your own personal YouTube channel, your own personal Poshmark closet, your own personal, whatever you want to do, reselling related. If you would like to advertise that throughout the show, you can. I welcome that. I love you guys to start social media. So Megan, let's get into this. Tell me, I want to know the first question. How did you find out that you could resell online? Like, what was the moment that you knew that you can sell something online to make money?
So a long time ago, when I was 12 years old, my friend told me that you could sell anything on eBay. And by anything, she was talking like used pens and crumpled up paper. So ever since I was a little kid, I was fascinated with eBay. And at the time, we didn't have internet. So when my family got internet, it was dial-up. I began selling things around the house, and I've been hooked ever since.
Megan, I've got a quick question for you. So when you go in other people's house, do you have the same addiction I do, and you scan the room to see what would sell online?
I do. So I see like little price tags on everything, like kind of like a filter on a phone. Like I'll just like look around a room and I just see like price tags on everything. And I try not to like comment and be like, oh, where'd you get that? That's nice.
I'm like, every time I walk in somebody's house, and I don't mean to, but I look and I'm like, I can sell that. I can sell that. I can make some money. So you have been selling on eBay for quite a long time then, right?
Yes, I'm 26 now. So what is that? 14 years, I think.
Oh my
I
God.
can't even do math. I think 14 years.
I'm 32, and like time is flying.
Yeah, it is. I don't even remember how old I am most days.
Do you ever get the years mixed up? Am I 25 or 24?
Oh, like if I think I'm 25 or 24?
I always forget what age I am sometimes.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'm 25 or 24, and then I'm like, no, wait, I'm 26.
So, okay, so tell me a little bit. So you've been kind of selling on eBay for quite a long time, and you are full-time, right?
Yes, so I didn't go full-time until June of last year, so about a year and a half. So all those 12 years were just kind of, or 14 years, I don't remember. It was all kind of casual selling, but I didn't go full-time until last year in June.
So what is your amazing, by the way, I didn't know this, guys, and I've seen Megan on the Rock Star. You know, you guys all know who the Rock Star is, and I've seen her on the Flipping Hippo. And once I saw her on the Flipping Hippo YouTube channel, I was like, I gotta have her on my channel. But I didn't know that you had an amazing husband that was serving our country, which is really, really cool. What did he think of you going full-time reselling?
He was a little bit skeptical at first. So I worked in banking for a really long time, had an amazing job, and then I got pregnant and realized that the hours at work were not going to accommodate the daycare schedule. The bank that I worked at was open 7 days a week and most holidays. And if anyone is familiar with daycares, they're open Monday through Friday, like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., no holidays. And with him being gone all the time for weeks and even like a month at a time, like he is right now, you know, I don't have anyone else here who can pick up this kid from a daycare. So I knew I was going to have to get a second job, or a different job, I mean, altogether. And I couldn't find anything. So when I started watching Casey's videos, I was like, maybe I can do this full time. My husband was like, I think you need to just look for another job. So I was on maternity leave for about 2 months. And so I told him, I was like, if I can make, you know, this amount of money before going back to work, like, what do you think? So he's like, okay, well, I guess we can give it a shot. But if you're not making any money, you have to go get another job. So I made sure to sell a whole bunch so I wouldn't have to get a different job.
I can't wait to get into that because you have some really cool techniques. Guys, give her husband, I know he's probably not watching, but give her husband some love. He's off training right now. I think it's really cool. My dad, my brother, my grandpa, all in different branches. And I actually took the ASVAB as well to go in the Air Force, never did. So I think it's really cool to serve our country. So, and by the way, I think that's the kind of the thing that everybody, you know, goes through with their spouse, right? Like you want to go full time and they're like, that's not a legit job.
Yeah, because I mean, since we had met, like I had been selling casually on eBay, only making like a couple $100s a month. So when I told him, yeah, I want to do this full time to replace this income I made at a bank, he was like, right, like, what are you going to make, a couple $100s a month? How is that going to pay for this house, the car payments, you know, this new baby that needs diapers and formula?
Which is expensive, by the way.
Yes.
Dude, oh my gosh. Guys, like literally, like all the moms in there, I want to say, it is crazy, crazy, crazy expensive to buy formula and diapers. And I don't know, like now I've got 2 little kiddos and I have to do for both. And I'm like, holy cow. I've got to make an extra like $300 a month at least now.
Yeah. Plus, if you're paying for daycare, that was over $1,000 a month. When he was in daycare last year, it was very expensive.
Jeez. Yeah, and I like, and our daycare, it's crazy, but if it's a holiday, you still have to pay the holiday, even if they don't go. And I was like, what? That's illegal, but it's not illegal.
Nope, it's all in the handbook.
It's all Yeah, and we get handbooks all the time, by the way. It's but guys, kids change our lives, and that's why we do reselling. I think that the bottom line, Megan, is same thing for you and me. Like literally, 5 minutes ago, I sold a sports bra. Right now, if you would have told me a couple months ago that I would be selling sports bras and working full time from my house, I would call you crazy. Actually, a couple months. I'm talking a couple years. I apologize, but yeah. So I'll show you. I just oh, that's actually the buyer's information. Sorry.
Let me
I
write that down real quick.
I just sold to one of those. So, anyways, guys, I think it's amazing. You get to spend time with your family, which is the bottom line, the coolest. All right, so Megan, tell me, like, we know that you got a couple kiddos at home. You got an amazing husband. You live in Seattle. Where you're full time? Where are you thrifting at? Give us the lay of the land. I'm in Oregon, probably not much difference, but you don't have to give us your honey holes. But like, where do you prefer thrifting? And how many days do you thrift and go sourcing?
So right now I only go sourcing 1 day a week. I did go today as well. My sourcing day is Sunday, but my mom's here with my sister. So we went to another thrift store today that I wanted to show them and let them get out of the house and go shopping. So typically 1 day a week. And I really just go to Goodwill now. I do have a couple little honey hole stores, but I don't get very much from there. So it's primarily Goodwill 1 day a week.
And guys, you see that stack of clothing behind her? We're gonna do an amazing haul, and we're gonna save this towards kind of the end, but I think Megan's missing a couple articles of clothing. So we'll talk. She told me before the show. I think there's a couple articles missing, but yeah. So I do a lot of salvos and Goodwills here. How are you thrifting with the kids?
So right now, the Goodwills that I'm going to, they do their 99-cent tags on Sunday. So typically my husband is here and can watch them. But if he's not, I have to take them with me and just come home in between stores and change and feed them and then go back to another store. So instead of it being like a couple hours in a day, it's like an entire day of going to the store, coming home, going to another store, coming home.
I know that you're on eBay, right? And are you still right around about 4,000 items on eBay?
Yes. So I dropped a little bit, about like 3,960, but basically 4,000.
Jeez. Now, are you an Anchor store?
Of course.
Of course. See, guys, like literally, I think, if you do the math, I could be wrong, but it's right around 3,500 items, or about 3,500 items is kind of where you want to be for an Anchor store.
Yeah.
But it's completely worth it for the customer service aspect. If you have an issue, like I love the private customer service line you get with an Anchor store. Like, have you ever had any issues with that?
So some of the people in or whatever that department is called, was it merchant support, have not been the nicest, but I have found that I do get through to someone within about like 3 to 5 minutes. I never have to wait more than that. And some people in the thrifters and reseller world Facebook group say that they've had to wait like 45 minutes on hold. So I think the only benefit for me is that I don't have to wait very long on the phone.
Yeah, it's now that I think about it, there is a little bit of hold times depending on when you call. I've been on hold for quite a while, but I like it because you get somebody here in the States, and it's pretty easy. I've only had one bad experience, and other than that, it's good. And I like obviously you guys know when you have eBay stores, you get the supplies, right? And even though we pay a pretty penny for an Anchor store, it's nice getting that 150 coupon, right?
Yeah, I use it to get poly bags and tape.
Yeah, I'm like different every single like quarter, but mostly tape because that is the most expensive, and I like the padded poly bags as well. Those are nice.
Yeah, I get those too for my lightweight shoes. Otherwise, I ship them in like the padded flat rate envelope. That's priority.
I don't know how you do it. Like, I have 2,600 items. You have close to 4,000. Do you have some help? Like, is there somebody helping you list this stuff?
I do now, but I just hired this person a couple months ago. So I believe I got to 3,000 listings on my own before I hired help. I can't remember. But I did hire someone who takes items from my house every week. She photographs them and then fills out an information card for each item with the measurements and the fabric contents and a couple other things so that I can quickly make a listing. It only takes about maybe 2 to 3 minutes now for me to make a listing start to finish and upload the photos from iCloud.
So just so I understand, so you thrift the items, and she brings it to her house, she photographs it, right? And then does she do the draft and then you just finalize it?
No. So she just does the pictures on an iPod that's linked to iCloud, so they come over to my computer automatically as she does them. And then she fills out an information card and then folds up the item, puts it in a poly bag, and sticks the card on top of it. And I make the listing start to finish. She just does photos and fills out the information.
I think that's good too, because a lot of people will do the listings, which is perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, like 9 times out of 10, you have to go through that same listing, and you'll change something. It may save you time just to do the listing right the first time and the way you like it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't have anybody helping me yet, but
yeah, I'm kind of a control freak as well, and I want to make sure that the listing is done right, because if someone inputs the size wrong or the wrong brand, that all comes down on me and I get the returns. So, I have caught a couple errors, but for me, this is kind of a way to double check and make sure that everything is good by me being the person who actually makes the listing.
That's huge. Megan, we have our first question, and it comes from the Real Stitch Frenchie. By the way, guys, I cannot give enough love to Frenchie. Like, not only does she have the world's most amazing name, but like literally she has crazy amount of energy, really cool. So the question is it always a good idea to publicize your sales or keep it private? Megan, what do you think?
Well, I do post some of my solds on Instagram. I don't post everything. I do have some items that I really don't like to share, but it kind of depends on what it is. If it's like more of a common item, I don't mind posting it. But if it's something that I think, is kind of like a specialty niche or like a really rare brand that not a lot of people know of, I do tend to keep that to myself, just being honest.
No, and we have also, this one's good for you, actually. What are you paying your lister at? I think that's a common question that we get a lot, right? I do like the fact that your lister is actually like physically there, right? Not that there's anything wrong with virtual, assistants, but so what are we paying her to take the photos?
So I pay her $1 to do a series of pictures and fill out the information card, and that takes about 5 minutes. Most items probably not 5, but a couple probably take a little bit longer. So about 5 minutes. So I think that's about $12 an hour.
That's actually not bad. How many items are we listing per day? I know it's crazy with the kids to do this every single day at the same amount, but what can you do? If I sat you down for a full day, how many listings do you think you can do in a day without going crazy?
Well, I could do 100. I think the most I've ever done is like maybe 110, but that means no distractions, like everything ready to go. If I have to stop and, feed the kids and change them, then, maybe like 60 or 70 on a really good day. But some days I don't get much done and I only do 20 or 40.
I know exactly how that can go. Guys, like Mr. Pac-Man said, hit the like button for Megan. She's incredible. It'll get this video out in the YouTube world. We got almost 100 people watching. Show some love for Megan. Hit the like button, and I'm wearing my nerdy eBay dad hat, so that counts for something. All right, guys. So I've got a lot of questions for Megan. If you have questions, put it in chat. Now, Megan, tell me, I'm curious, if you met somebody at the coffee shop, personal question, and they asked you what you do, how do you explain that you sell on eBay full time?
So people who have asked, I say that I have an online clothing store, and typically I realize people tend to think like I sell LuLaRoe, so I need to think of something different to say, because everyone just kind of assumes that you are into like multi-level marketing.
We actually have a good question. This has never been asked before. Jennifer says, wait, not Jennifer. I apologize.
Oh, Knight says, I have a question for Megan. Why is your death pile next to your dinner? It's on the other side of the counter. There's a stove in between, and I pulled it out just for you guys. So that's my dinner tonight, a pile of clothes.
Guys, that is amazing. Hey, your house is got to be way better than mine, though. Like, I do Insta stories, and there's mountains and mountains and mountains of piles throughout my living room. It's crazy.
Yeah, mine looks like that too right now. I just cleared off this space before we came live so you guys wouldn't think I had a messy house.
Guys, literally, she is not just. Let me pull up her Instagram real quick before we continue on with this show, just so you guys can go and follow her. But this is her Instagram. She's got an amazing Instagram, and look at all those. I love all the be on the lookout clothing that you're selling. But gosh, yours is a lot more cleaner Instagram than mine. But guys, she did say that she had to clean it before the show, and you're much more amazing than I am, Megan. Because like if you can only see back here, it is incredible.
My garage looks about the same, but I'm in the kitchen, so I've got this little space here that looks all neat and tidy, but it's not.
All right, so we have how did you find your lister, by the way? That was one question.
So, funny story. Initially, I was going to put an ad on Craigslist, and my husband was like, I don't think that's a good idea to find some random creeper off of Craigslist. So, I actually joined a Military Wives Facebook group, and the day before I was going to put an ad on there, a girl had posted asking if anyone knew of any like work from home jobs that did not involve like MLM or any other type of selling. So I messaged her and she was interested. She lives about 20 minutes away from me. Her husband's also in the infantry. So it kind of just worked out good because she kind of, like knows what I'm going through. I know what she's going through when she's close by.
That is amazing. Now, is she thinking about starting eBay, or she just wants to work for you?
I think she just wants to work for me. She's not really big into shopping. I asked her if she was interested in like Poshmark or anything like that. And, she is pregnant. She's about to have another baby. So she's busy. And for her, this is a paycheck. I don't think she's really interested in any of the online selling.
That I think that's a fear of having people. A lot of people, they want to kind of like teach somebody how to do it, but then they're worried that they're going to go off on their own. So that's why I always like to ask that follow up, because some people out there just don't want to do eBay, but they'll list for you, right? And they'll take photos.
Yeah, well, she can do this in her free time. She doesn't have to deal with any customers, none of that. She just takes it to her house. She can feed and change her baby, go to appointments, and she can photograph some items and sit on the couch and fill out an information card. She does get to see all of my really good brands, but for her, she's not really interested in that.
So I just had a statement. Troll number 3. Is there another? Is there number? Megan, I've only had 3 trolls in the lifetime of Wade's Ventures.
Hello, trolls. At least say hello and hit the like button.
Yes, hit the like. Yeah, dude, you have such an amazing outlook. Guys, if you're a troll, if there's somebody trolling, hit the like button, please, and then like troll number 1 and troll number 2. I'm going to hold a vote in chat. I can either mute them, boot them, or hide them, guys. So I have 3 options. Let me know which option you want me to do with this troll. But all right, so
make a shout out too.
Yeah, hey, I'll even shout them out or her or them out. Let me know who the troll is. Actually, I don't even know, but I think it's amazing. It is literally like we're in the day and age now where I can meet so many crazy cool people, and I appreciate the trolls too because they bring a little excitement, like something to talk about in chat. You know what I mean? So it's incredible. All right, so Megan, we have a question. What?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like bring the kiddos on live.
Can you hear them in the background?
Yes, you should bring them on live. All right. So what do you tell newbies? Oh, Rita, you're hilarious. What do you tell newbies that feel like giving up when the store is slower than a turtle?
Get online and do something. So revise some items, list some more items, just do something.
Get out there. No, so here's the thing. So there's a lot of factors into a slow store, right? Rita, contact me on Instagram. Let me see if I can help you one-on-one. I don't know the situation. I think one way you can kind of get over that hurdle, you're in a great position now going into fourth quarter. Now, I do want to taper expectations. Like a lot of used clothing sells in fourth quarter, but it's a lot of it's newer stuff that actually sells, or stuff that is constantly bread and butter that sells throughout the whole year. I think that one way to get over that, no matter what time of year it is simply to list as much as you can, because at the end of the day, if stuff is not selling, just continue to put more and more on there because you'll have more hooks in the water, right? It is definitely a numbers game, I believe. I mean, there's stores out there that sell watches and jewelry and crazy stuff that you can have 100 items and make a ton of money. But for those that are selling, 20 or under items, it's you need a lot in your store to constantly be selling daily. And so if you need help, Rita, let me know.
I don't think I saw consistent sales daily until I probably hit 1,000 items active.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're guys. There's stores out there that have thousands upon thousands of items where they only do 1 to 2 pictures, and they can crank out a ton of $20 to $25 items, or even less than that. So you're competing with really big companies out there within eBay that sell actually used clothing, right? So you've got to get your listings up. All right, man, we have a lot. I'm loving this, Megan. We got to have you on Monday through Friday.
All right, as long as people hit the like button and don't leave mean comments, I'll be back.
Let me see my YouTube. Everybody knows my YouTube schedule's over here, and I'm pretty clear Monday through Friday because I'm getting a lot of questions with you. It's just fantastic, fantastic. Okay, let me see here. Did I miss any questions? Yes. Somebody says troll number 3. Really? Yes, I think we have a troll in the house. All right, what's the process that? Okay, so what's one process that's changed your business that you wish you would have started sooner, Megan?
Getting all of my inventory organized. In the beginning, with all the jeans that I sell, I was just putting them in racks and piles by size, and it was taking me like hours at night to find inventory and get it all ready for the morning shipment. So if I could go back to a year ago, I would have made some type of inventory system, use that custom SKU field on eBay so that when I had to go find inventory, I could just know exactly where to go and pull it instead of digging through piles. Because now I still have to go back through inventory, and every single week I'm pulling bins and bagging it, putting it in my bags with the inventory label on it, and reshelving it. And there's nothing else I can do. I have to go back and pull every single item and get it in the inventory system.
Literally, that was like one of my biggest issues too, was inventory system. Like I didn't have first of all, I didn't have an inventory system. Like I had stuff like really just in places that I thought I remember, and that didn't work out. And then you kind of evolve from there. I started doing tubs in the back that were like dark. And even though my inventory system was great, I was getting really tired of opening each tub up, trying to figure out, okay, is this one low? Is this one high, to fit more inventory in it? So I got these clear ones, and now I can see exactly how much inventory is in there, so I can add more without opening up a bunch of them. I mean, there's just so many things. And I think that there's a lot of videos out there that can cut your learning curve on YouTube. Like you don't need to pay for a service or pay somebody to go through and tell you all this stuff, because there's a lot of people that already have content out there you can learn and find out kind of what works best for you. But one issue too, though, is like somebody can tell you, or you can get taught by watching a bunch of these videos. But at the end of the day, I think until you actually put yourself in the position, you'll over time will revamp your inventory system the way that works best for you. It's a hands-on approach. It really is. I think I could be wrong, right, Megan? I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my inventory system kind of came from a couple different ideas from different people on YouTube. I didn't just see one and say that's what I want to do. Lindy Glenn had a video where she was saying she had like reusable tags that she put in like jean pockets, and I really liked that idea. And then I was watching. Back then it was 10K on the Bay, but now it's Daily Refinement. He was talking about putting items like in poly bags and putting them all in these numbered totes. So I kind of put both those ideas together because I wanted to keep all of my bins as full as possible and not have half empty tubs, because space is obviously a problem. So I have laminated reusable cards that go in each item that go in the tub. So all of my tubs are full at all times.
That's actually an amazing. I've got a few other questions for you too, because I get this a lot, and I kind of want to know your standpoint, because you do things a little different than me. And first of all, are you doing promoted listings, and kind of what's the margin that you're doing these promoted listings on? What percentage? And then also, give me like a step through of one of your listings. Like, are you doing free returns? Are you not doing free returns? Are you doing what break it down? Like, what kind of settings do you have in your listings?
So for promoted listings, I used to do 1% and I would just run it on continuous and I would end it randomly and then do a new one. Now I do between 2 and 5%, and I put an end date. And my reason for that, I talked about this a little bit with Star, but I feel like if eBay sees that your promoted listings are going to end in 2 or 3 days, that they would be more willing to put your listing towards the top because they want to make that commission off selling it. If there's no end date, I feel like you might get pushed to the bottom because they're going to try to promote people whose promoted listings are ending sooner because they want to make that money. So right now I do 2 different promoted listings. I do one like Monday through Thursday for typically 2 or 3%, and then I do another one like Thursday night through Sunday, and that's been working really good for me. And then as far as my listings start to finish, I don't do free returns currently. I'm trying to think of other things I have on there. I do
Markdown Manager by chance?
I do. So I run 2 sales a week. Monday morning through Wednesday night, I typically do like a 12% off sale. And then Thursday through Sunday night, I typically do 22% off because the weekend, I think more people are online shopping. And then I also do 30-day listings and sell similar. The only thing I have on Good Till Canceled are items that I have multiples of because I want to show that history of the solds.
Mic drop, but this is a very expensive mic. So I want to tag on a couple things that I think I even need to start doing. One, I do promoted listings, but I don't do time. It's basically there until it's there, right? And I think that's a really good point. It makes sense for eBay to promote the ones that are ending soon because they want the commission. I think sometimes we forget, and I don't think I've ever mentioned this live ever, but eBay is a publicly traded company, guys. So they've got shareholders, they've got like a board, they've got all that, right? And they have to show revenue for their shareholders. Like you guys can own a part of eBay. And so I think that's, sometimes we think about like other platforms like Poshmark and other ones that are not publicly traded. And it really means it's a different type of feel, right? Because they have to do what's in the best interest of the buyer, but also what's the best interest. I mean, they're kind of stuck in different directions, right? Because they've got the sellers, the buyers, the shareholders. So I think it's, it makes sense, bottom line, to make as much money as they can is what I'm getting at, right? And promoted listings is one way to do that. And so it makes sense kind of how they would promote items that are ending, to make that extra money. And I do like the fact that you're marked down. So it sounds like you mark down like a few days and then it ends and then you go ahead and do it again. That's got to be tough though with 4,000 listings. Do you do it with the SKU or do you just do 500 at a time?
No, so I do the bulk one because there's an option on there where you can just select all your inventory. You don't have to upload that CVS file. You just do the bulk button and there's a button for all your inventory. So everything that's eligible will work. So if you've had items that haven't been listed for that 14 days, it won't take those. So it's really easy.
So that's it. And 4,000 items, that's crazy. Tell me what, okay. So Megan, this is a good question, man. Somebody, are you guys getting your pen and paper handy here? Let me know in chat if you're writing some of this stuff down.
Ropin Reseller says, what is your average profit per item? Right now it's $12 and some change after all my fees and cost of goods.
Which is not bad because you're pumping out a lot of, you're pumping out like quantity, right?
Yeah, my average sale price is about $22 at the moment.
That's not bad. That's really good. What was I going to say? It was really important, obviously.
Was it about Markdown Manager?
No. I remember now. Gosh, I feel a little smarter when I got this eBay hat on, guys. All right, so here it is. What happens, let's say you listed something 8 months ago, right? So here's the thing, right? So you've got 4,000 items. That's a lot of items to monitor. So what happens if you've got an item that's been sitting there for, let's say, 8 months to a year, right? How are you dealing with that item? A lot of people will do 99-cent auction just to get it out of the way. How are you approaching items that have been sitting for a while?
So honestly, I I guess I could say I don't really monitor that, but what's happened is because I have all these old items that have not been put in my inventory system yet, I have been forced to go through and pull all of these items over the last few months, and I'm redoing pictures and I'm revising the listing. So right now I'm basically revising all those old ones, and I know which ones are old because they're sitting on the shelf, not sealed in a poly bag. And those listings have my old format of how I did pictures. Some of them have collages and some of them have like really dark photos on my floor. So I'm kind of forced at the moment to go in and change them up. Otherwise, I think they would just be sitting there.
I know. I'm sitting in a lot of inventory. I'm like, did I really take that picture? It's horrible. Do you know this reselling channel? I mean, I don't know if you know. They're kind of a small channel, but do you know what Ryan and Allie Rally Roots?
Of course, next to Casey.
Yes. Guys, Ryan is in chat, or it could be Allie, or it could be Kelly.
Hello, Rally Roots.
They have, guys, they don't have it on their website yet, but they have a new dad hat that's looking amazing. They have the other hat, which is really cool. I don't know if I've got it here or not. So Ryan, if you're still in chat, put your store link. I know you don't have it up on the website yet, but if you want coffee or any of that other stuff, guys, go check out their website. It's amazing. I actually, Megan, so I was blessed. Mr. Ryan sent me some coffee, sent me a hat, keychains, everything, which, by the way, Cade stole one of the keychains, Ryan. But so I use the K-Cups, right? And those of you who don't know, if you go to Target, you can purchase the K-Cup, like the plastic one, and then you can grind your own coffee, put it in there, and you're up and running. So I am now doing that with Ryan and Allie's coffee, grinding it up and making my own K-Cups with it.
Saving some money so you can buy more diapers.
Only a mom would say that. Seriously. Yeah, having kids is crazy cool, but you got to save that money, guys. Got to save that money, and that's why we're bringing the coffee nuggets on this YouTube channel, because we need to save the money, right, Megan?
Yeah, I'm trying to pay off another vehicle, so yes, trying to save some money.
So tell me, how are you doing taxes? You don't have to give me like the ins and outs, but are you using QuickBooks, or are you using GoDaddy, or what are you using?
I use QuickBooks, and I absolutely love it. It's linked to my PayPal. It pulls all my transactions, and I just categorize them as an income or expense. And so I can view my profit and loss statement at any given time. I can send off my quarterly tax estimates right from there. It's wonderful. This year, taxes are going to be very easy.
Do you have a CPA close to you, or do you have somebody that's a little farther away?
So actually, I went to college for business, so I've taken a lot of business tax classes. So I guess I'm kind of my own CPA in a way.
Oh my God, guys, is there anything? This is a common theme in this show. Is there anything that Megan does not do well? Let me know.
I don't cook. I'll tell you guys that.
So how does the amazing husband cook?
More than me, but let's just say we don't have like traditional sit-down family meals every night like you would think.
Guys, if you look to her right, you'll see the formula. So
what?
Do you see it? The left? Is it the formula there, the left or right?
Over here?
Is that formula?
What? The baby formula?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's for the babies. What about me though?
So what if you could cook a dish, what would it be?
Like if I knew how to cook it?
Yeah. What I mean, is there not one dish out there that you cook?
I make soft pretzels sometimes.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, not even crock pot?
Oh. No, I bought a crock pot and tried it out once and didn't like it.
Hashtag feed Megan, guys. You need one of those meal prepping things, like where they send you the meal and you just gotta like put it together.
Yeah, those are expensive. I'm trying to save money.
That is expensive. All right, so before we go into the haul, I want to ask you, how has reselling changed your life?
Well, I make way more money than I made when I managed a bank, which is saying something because that was a good paying job. I can get up at 10 o'clock if I want, and I have the freedom to be at home with my kids. So I couldn't ask for more. Plus, I just paid off one of our cars several months ago. So I've been able to pay off a lot of things that I wouldn't have been able to do working a 9-to-5 job and having a kid in daycare.
Adam, which I had the pleasure of meeting him in person.
Hello, Adam.
And it was so funny. I'm looking for it here. I don't know why I was like looking around, but I was looking for my phone. I was going to basically show the clip. I did an eBay Open. And by the way, guys, if you're going to eBay Open 2019, Megan is probably going to go. Hopefully going to go.
Yes. No baby in my tummy. I can go.
Yes, guys. So put in chat if you're going to eBay Open 2019, all 120 of you guys. But I got the pleasure of meeting Adam. He drinks organic coffee, which I thought was really cool, and a really amazing guy. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it. Two of my favorite resellers. It's amazing to me. I always say this, Megan. I wish, like, I know we're virtual, but I wish I can like go to the screen and give everybody that supports like a fist pump and a high five. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're close though. We're just separated by a screen and a few thousand miles.
Yes, guys. But Adam, I appreciate it, my man. And Adam, I think, is starting a YouTube channel, or he already started a YouTube channel. You guys know that on anybody in chat on the right-hand side, you can click and it'll go to their YouTube channel. So if anybody in here has got a YouTube channel, like Rita, you can click Rita's name and go to the right-hand side, and it'll go right to their YouTube channel for quick access. So
the real estate said they're going to cook for me. I just have to come over to their house.
Frenchie doesn't cook. She just goes to Chick-fil-A and gets us real nuggets.
That's okay. I like fast food as long as they bring it to my house.
Guys, she is in Washington. That would be pretty epic. You guys can give her like a nice salmon dish or something, you know, like seafood. That's pretty common there in Washington, with Pike's Place and the flying fish. But so Megan, give us the haul video here. And this is the part I love because I don't have to do anything but sit back.
Okay, so I just went to one of my honey holes today that I've not been to in several months. I'm going to show you the last item I got right before I walked out the door, which was actually the best item. Let me show you the tag, and then you guys can all be in awe. So St. John, I found these right before I walked out the door, and they were $7.50 for these shoes. And they're a women's size 8. So I'm very, very excited. These new are like probably almost $1,000.
Oh my gosh.
But I think on the used market, I looked online real quick before we came live. I think they sell for about $100, which is still really good. I'm very happy. That
would pay for a whole week's worth of pre-cooked meals.
For how many people?
Probably just one. That's crazy. You ladies, I know no ladies here in chat have paid $1,000.
Stephanie says she sold a pair of St. John heels a few months ago for $120.
That is amazing. That's why I like those calls.
All right, next item. So these are like a really random brand. They're actually handmade, it says on the inside, but they're like this wooden heel with like this snake skin print or embossed upper. And I'm thinking with Halloween right around the corner, like these are just super funky shoes. I think I paid $5. I mean, I have no clue what I'm going to get for these, but maybe like $50 or more because they're just really funky and it's like a wooden heel.
Somebody's going to snatch that up. How many shoes would you say you have in your 4,000 items? Like how many shoes do you have in your inventory?
I have a couple hundred, maybe 200. And I don't pick up that many shoes now because I spend time doing really good photos. So I try to just pick up really nice items that are going to sell for at least $30 or so because of the time it takes me to set up all my camera equipment and take the really nice photos that I do.
Stephanie said, I would list at 50. Those are awesome. Stephanie, I hope your mom is doing fantastic. Stephanie's mom is amazing. Megan, we had a live show together and she had a big turtle. I was like, show me the turtle. She grabs the turtle and it like goes to the bathroom like as she's holding it. This is a massive turtle. It was hilarious, and her mom was
I
completely.
want a turtle. How big is it? Like this big?
It was
Not
a
like a little tiny thing.
no. I'm not exaggerating. It was a big turtle. If you go back maybe 3 months is when I had the interview, and it was hilarious. It was one of my best interviews ever. Haven, Megan, start a YouTube channel. That was what she said to you.
Hey, Haven, do you want to be like my moderator of all the comments? Because I can't handle all the hate. So if you want to like censor everything for me so I don't cry, then maybe I would do it.
Thank you, Haven. Much love, and I'm going to beg. Guys, I'm only 3 hours from Megan. I'm going to drive over there with like a week's worth of meals, and then beg her to start a YouTube channel because she would be hit.
You'll have to set it all up for me and like edit, because you know I did video productions when I was in high school and I didn't pay attention and I always had other people do the video editing, so I don't really know how to edit a video.
There's super easy ways. Like I use Final Cut, or when I say I mean Ashley. She does all my editing, but we use Final Cut Pro. I don't recommend that though because I spent like a lot of money, probably over almost $2,000 on that program and all the add-ons.
Wow.
There's window editor, and YouTube is doing a lot of cool edits, guys. If you have a YouTube channel, real quick, if you have a YouTube channel or you're looking to start a YouTube channel up as a reseller, if you go 4 videos ago or maybe 3 videos ago on my YouTube, I actually didn't have a reseller on. I had Creator Fundamentals, and he is friends with people that have 500,000 followers and 1 million followers. Like he's done to like a lot of cool conferences, and he was on for an hour and a half with me and we actually did live examples of YouTube channels, and he showed you guys what you need to do to like kind of like prepare yourself and make a really cool YouTube channel. So that was like 4 videos ago if you want to learn about a really cool YouTube channel. But anyways, Megan, I cut you off. You're showing us like snakeskin stuff and really cool stuff over there. Continue to show us this amazing stuff.
Okay. Oh, Adam says, what type of photo background does Megan use? So I have one of those vinyl, looks like the floor, like the wood plank floor, and that's what I've been using for all my new items. I used to use my wood floor, but the light from the softbox light made like a big bright spot on the floor, and on those vinyl photo backdrops it actually absorbs the light so you don't have like that glare on your item. It looks really good. And then for shoes I have a white PVC kind of piece of plastic, so it's like a nice solid white professional background. So this next one I paid about $2.50 for, and the only thing I saw when I picked it up was this nice little logo right here.
What logo is that?
Lululemon? You're kidding, right?
I had her, guys.
Oh my gosh, whatever. I haven't looked it over too much yet for a size, but I just saw the logo and I was like, $2.50, just give me that. I'll look at it later. I didn't see no stains on it, so I still need to look it over a bit more, but for $2.50, it's like a track jacket. I figured that was a good gamble.
Massive. It's almost like, I would say that brand is close to ink, right? It's like virtually gold.
Yeah, and I've only sold a couple of their items because I never find it here, which is kind of weird because you would think people in the Seattle area, you know, kind of like outdoorsy, athletic people would be wearing this stuff, but I hardly ever find it.
Yeah, you would actually think that, like Oregon, more so like Washington, but Oregon too. It's kind of real trendy, you know, real athletic.
Yeah. Everyone's keeping it, I guess, until it's worn out and then throwing it away. All right, next item. So I found 2 of these huge leather coats, and they're by Wilson's Leather, which is a really good leather brand. This first one is like a trench coat. It goes all the way down to the floor. It's a size medium, and it's just like a black leather thick coat. I think it's actually insulated too, and because it's, you know, fall time, winter, I think this will be a really good seller.
I've sold a few of those. They sell quick. Are you doing any men's clothing?
I have a little bit. One of the items that I think they forgot to put in my bag at the thrift store was actually a really cool pair of like men's embroidered jeans that were only, gosh, like $2 or so, and I can't find them now that I'm home. So I occasionally do some men's jeans and shoes, but I would say 98% of my stuff is women's.
Megan, you are, guys, real quick. Look at this. Look at this. I literally have Megan on my live show, and I've got 4 items, 2 sold, 2 offers, and I love getting offers. I have this pair of Nike shoes. That's an old picture, by the way. For 110, and they sent me an offer for 105, Megan.
Should you take that? I mean, it's kind of low.
It is accepted. It is accept, and I've sold. Oh, you guys love that sound, don't you?
It's such a good sound.
Oh my gosh, literally like 3 items, right quick, guys. So, anyways, you're good luck.
Someone says, does Megan sell on other platforms aside from eBay? So, pretty much just eBay. I made a Poshmark account last week, but I only have 4 items on there, and I haven't really logged in since then. I also have a couple items on Mercari, but basically I'm pretty much have all of my eggs in one basket on eBay, which is not a good thing, but that's what I'm doing right now.
When you have a lot of inventory like you do, good inventory, and you know what you're doing, you can make some really good money just on one platform for sure.
Do you guys want to see more, or am I boring you?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, put in chat. Give her some love. We want to see more.
Because I have like a bunch more items over here, but if you guys are bored with it, I won't bother showing them.
Natalie, no, they don't want to hear me talk. They want to see the goodness. See the goodness, Megan. Show us.
We'll do another round.
Show us 5 more, and then I'll ask a few more questions.
Okay. I'll try to show good ones then. So these were $2.50. This is another good brand. It is Level 99, which is an Anthropologie brand. And these are like snake skin print jeans, skinny jeans. So, I mean, these are probably going to sell within a couple days if I list it for the right price.
Guys, it's common theme over there in Washington. Snake skin everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These wooden shoes are also like the snake skin. So those with these jeans, who wants it?
Let's get the bidding started.
We'll start that at $200.
We have a question.
Sure most of you know this brand, Jag Jeans. They make a lot of the stretchy pull-on jeans. I used to not pick this up several months ago, but then I realized these new are about $100, and they actually sell pretty good. So these are just a pull-on skinny jean, and it was $250. And this is kind of a special day because I typically only spend $1 on an item, but I went to this random, one of my little mom and pop honey holes, and I found some good stuff, so I paid up for it.
I sold a lot of those. I actually got a lot of those in the Nordstrom Rack deal that they had. Jag
jeans?
Yeah.
And then I find that Chico's Travelers do really well, the pants. So these are like a really pretty, like, teal blue for $2, and they're a good size. Size 2, which I believe is like a large or a women's 12 in the traditional sizing.
I've sold some of that as well. Hey, Megan, you're talking to somebody that knew nothing about women's clothing, and the last year or so I've been selling a little. I've got a lot of women's clothing I got from Ross. I got a list that are new with tags. But
yeah.
What's the best time to source? Do you have a good time, or do you just go whenever you can with the kids?
Whenever. My stores do their 99-cent days Sunday and Monday, so I definitely go first thing in the morning on Sunday to get the best selection. By the time I go on Monday to those stores, a lot of the stuff is cleared out from other resellers because there are a lot of them in my area. Some of them are nice, some of them not so much.
Can you, when you walk into a store, can you pinpoint who's a reseller and who's not?
Yes, absolutely. I was actually in one of my thrift stores about 2 weeks ago, and these 2 girls who were there together getting stuff for their Poshmark closet, they kept picking items up and saying like, hey, Sarah, what about these with some leggings? It's Lululemon. Like, this would be really cute with that, you know, for you. And like the way they were talking, I was like, oh, they're definitely resellers. Like the way they like blocked in both ends of an aisle, and they were like picking items up, like saying the brand name and like what it would look good with. And then one of them finally approached me and was like, oh, are you a reseller? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're resellers too. I'm here with, my friend so-and-so. And it was just funny that they like had this like code language for when they're in the store. Like, who cares? Like,
me, I was like, if you saw me in like a Goodwill, I'd be like, holy crap, that is amazing. You're going to sell that for $100. Megan, I've got my phone out here. I'm sorry, but I have to take pictures of trolls because I've only had 3 since I've started this channel.
And that's a record, right?
Yeah, and I just had to take a picture of one. I like to post them on Instagram just because, hey, you gotta, guys, everybody who starts eBay, whether it's part-time or full-time or whatever platform you're on, and you got to enjoy the process in which it takes, like the small steps you take to the end goal of making good money, right? And then, providing for your family and being your own boss. And so I try to enjoy that with the YouTube channel. And so when I get trolls, I like to take pictures, Megan. But once
Frame it on your wall.
Yeah, once I get 10, I'm gonna be like, it's done.
We don't care.
No.
All right, next item, Treasure and Bond. I've sold a couple by this brand before, but the thing that I liked about these, it has a button-up fly and a nice flare leg. So it's a really good style, even though it might not be a really high-end brand. And these, I guess I paid $6 for them. That's a lot, but they're pretty lightweight. I should be able to send them first class.
Can you do us a real quick favor? What would you do? Like, can you give us like an example of the title that you would put for those jeans?
Yes. So Treasure and Bond jeans size 24. That's kind of a small size. And then whatever like the style name is. So I'd have to look at it, but I'd have like the style name, women's would be in there, light wash, button fly, flare leg. So Treasure and Bond jeans, size 24, women's, button fly, flare leg. If it had space, the light wash and like stretch, because it is a stretch denim.
It's like another language.
It is. You got to have a good title. Oh, here's another good one. You guys probably all know this. Citizens of Humanity. They're a white denim and they're a flare leg and they have a distinct name in here. I like items that have a distinct style name because then you're not thrown in with thousands of other listings that just have like jeans in the title with nothing else. And these were, $7.50. I paid a lot for these too, but some of these higher end brands, will sell for $50, $60, so I don't mind paying that.
Oh, I have to. It always worries me when I get white because I'm like, hey, did I look it over good enough? And then I bring it home and it's got massive stains,
Yeah, but you know what? The good thing with white, you can typically just bleach it most of the time if it has like discoloration on it.
Real quick, Megan, how are you taking pictures of your white? Because if you have, you're probably not doing it on another white background because it makes it creamy, right? How are you taking pictures of your white clothes?
Yeah, so I have the light colored wood plank background, and then I just bought another one that is like a darker brown, and that works really good for the light colored items. Anything that's like a tan or a beige or white, you really need a contrasting background, or else it just blends in, and people are scrolling through really quick, on their phone or their computer, and if they can't see a nice crisp image and see what it looks like, they're going to keep going. So I would do a little bit dark of a background. I know everyone is all about the white background, but I personally don't do it.
It's tough. Like, you want to do white background because that's kind of what it's all about. I mean, that's what, they want. They want a kind of a clean website, but at the end of the day, I've done white on white and it's no matter how much light you pour on it, it turns out horrible. So.
And you can't see it. Like when you're scrolling through, it's hard to see the image. And someone actually has to open up the listing and then get out their glasses and look at it. So I like the contrast of having a little bit of a darker background with those light items.
So Sir Thrift says, what is the rule about when not to wear white? Anyone know? Is it after Labor Day?
Yeah, Labor Day.
This is why we have Megan on. Seriously, she is crazy. Okay,
I'll show you one more item because I don't have like super good brands except for those St. John shoes. I've got these Free People Camo corduroy skinny jeans. They're not a good size. They're size 24, but they're corduroy. Corduroy sells great in third and fourth quarter, and they're camo print. So who doesn't like that?
Those are gonna sell quick. Those are gonna sell quick.
So if you want the jeans and the shoes, we'll start that bid at 200.
All right. I go to a lot of auctions. I can do this. All right, guys. So we're getting towards the end here. I've got a few more questions I want to ask her. I want to be respectful of her time. She's got kiddos and she's got mom over at the house from Alaska. Really cool things. So we have. Can she show us her storage? I don't think so, but we should. Guys, like,
look at my Instagram. I've got some pictures on there of my garage with all the totes and everything labeled.
Guys, go add her. Here's the steps, right? Add her to Instagram, and then everybody blow up her Instagram messages and say, start a YouTube channel up. We want to see your inventory system on YouTube. Blow her up, guys.
I need a volunteer moderator and I need a volunteer video editor, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't loan my mod out lightly, but I could loan out Mr. Pac-Man just a little bit. he has been, you know, he was the most amazing mod, and then he ended up being a mod for other channels, and so I don't know how dedicated Mr. Pac-Man is right now, but I would loan him out just a little bit for you if you want it.
Adam asked if I can take as good of a tie picture as Jamie. No, Jamie is the king of taking pictures of ties. I'm not even going to try to compete with that.
I'm just joking, Pac-Man. We love you. We love you. We got to give you a hard time. All right, so guys, that's her Instagram. If you're watching this after the fact, it is in the description below with some stars, and you can click her Instagram. And I also put it in the live chat, guys. So go follow her. After the show, I'm going to give her a shout out via Instagram too, so you can look out for that and add her if you like. So Megan, I got a few more questions for you. I want to ask you, my next question is we all started somewhere, right? Just like, you know, you started, we kind of found one person, which led to another person, you know, different resellers on YouTube and social media. And so give us, like, I like to ask this question because a lot of people may not know some of these resellers, so they can go and follow them. So give us some resellers that you enjoy watching on YouTube and or Instagram that you like following, that you feel that help you.
So my number one, I know all of you guys already know Casey, but Rockstar Flipper, he was the first person that I started watching when I was thinking about reselling full time. And I can honestly say if I didn't find his YouTube videos and start watching, I don't think I would be where I am today, honestly. Like, even though I've been selling for so long, I didn't really know how to take that to the next step. And I didn't even know you could do that as a full-time job. It was just something I did casually to make a little extra cash. I didn't realize there were so many people out there who actually make a full-time income just reselling stuff online from home.
And any others? Oh, by the way, Casey has been, guys, when I did the Kiki video, did you guys see Instagram Live? Oh, by the way,
I saw the Kiki video.
It almost went viral, Megan. It almost went viral. It had like 11,000 views in 2 days. I was super.
Dang, that's good.
I didn't know my dance moves were that popular.
I think it was the outfit.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely Barry too, who's in chat, Thrifty Santa. But if you go to my Instagram, guys, Barry, you should have got yours too. I got a big box of supplies completely free, sending that video into eBay. eBay sent it to me today. A big box of like supplies completely free. It was incredible. But Megan, is there any other resellers that you like following?
Yeah, I watch Lindy Glenn. As I said, I got my storage organization like idea from her, and I've been watching her about the same time as Casey, and I got some ideas from her about like doing a little bit of like retail arbitrage from Dollar Tree and some of the brands she was selling. One of them that really stuck out to me was Riders by Lee, because I was passing those items all the time in the store, but those jeans actually sell really, really good.
So I was watching you on Star's channel, right? Flipping Hippos. And I was you said something to me that kind of made sense. Like you said that, and I don't know verbatim, but basically, you know, some people shy away from the Target brands and brands like that, thinking that they won't sell, but a lot of people know those brands, right? You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think so. I think what I had said was that some of those really high-end brands are kind of like a boutique brand, and there's not a very big following. So even though they're expensive items in the store, not that many people are searching for them online. Whereas these lower end brands found at like Target and Walmart, there's millions of people who wear those items. And so constantly people online shopping for them. So even though it might not be a high end brand, they're consistent sellers, you know, your bread and butter that they will sell day in and day out and make you, you know, your 10, 12, you know, dollar profit point instead of waiting for 6 to 8 months to sell this one boutique item.
I think that's huge because a lot of people know about these brands, right? And they search them. So, and they want to get better deals than at the Targets and Fred Meyers and different places like that. All right. So, my second to last question, Megan, is I like to ask this question. A lot of people bring up their phone when I ask this, but is there any websites that you think of any website that you use? It doesn't necessarily need to be reselling related, but maybe budget related, kind of like QuickBooks, or any kind of app that you use on your phone to help you kind of budget and or resell within your life.
Oh my gosh. It needs to be like reseller related.
No, it could be like budget related or like, you know, like coupon related or anything out there that kind of helps you, website related, coupon related, app related, that helps you with reselling or just budgeting or saving money or anything like that.
So it's not so much of an app, but so I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of like Dave Ramsey with like his budgeting techniques, and I'm really big into that. So I watch a lot of like his podcasts and like YouTube stuff, but as far as like an app or like a website,
Any coupon apps, anything like that?
so I used to be really big into couponing. So like Ibotta, where you get like the cash back for the items you buy. Checkout 51, which is like another cash back that I use. And gosh, there's one called Receipt Hog and Receipt Pal, where you like scan in your receipt and you earn points, which you can cash out for money. But I used to do those constantly, but now that I'm so busy with my, you know, eBay store, I have not been using those as much because I'm making more money online than, you know, the 10 cents I would make to cash in an Ibotta offer. So I really don't have like an app that I use on a daily basis.
No, those are
except for like eBay.
my little guilty pleasure I want to start up is couponing just for the fun of it.
Oh, really? I used to. You should see my pantry and stuff in our laundry room. I used to coupon a lot. I've got like 20 bottles of laundry soap I got for about $1 each. Like Glade candles, I got a ton of those for free. I used to be really big into couponing, but now I've got eBay going on. I don't have time for a lot of that anymore.
God, I've always wanted to be one of those dads that, you know, have like a million things on the line and then only end up paying like $100.
Yes. Did you ever watch Extreme Couponing on TLC?
Yeah, I did. That's how I was like, is that a thing? I was always the guy's like, coupon, I'll just pay full price.
So I have one funny fact related to TLC. I don't know if anyone has watched Extreme Cheapskates, but I was almost on the show and then I backed out last minute a few years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, she's popular. She's been on Casey's channel, Star's channel.
Almost on TV, and I was like, I'm good. Never mind. I got cold feet.
Oh my gosh, guys. So we got to get her starting a YouTube channel. All right. So the very last question I have, and this is by the way, this is the last question, but I want to say, guys, how much did you enjoy Megan on tonight? Give her some love in chat. I appreciate everybody joining. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're watching this after the fact, subscribe to her on Instagram until she starts up a channel. Guys.
Oh, Thrifty Santa. I saw your comment about those boxes. Yes, they are perfect. The good thing about them is that they're only about $2 each and they fit perfectly on the racks that I have. And I got a hot glue gun and I just glue the sides, put a little bit of tape around it, and it holds all my items perfectly in a row in my poly bags. So they're really good. You should get them.
So we do have one question. Susie asked a question. I'm actually not sure. I don't think I've ever done anything with mine, and since I've been a young pup. I mean, sometimes I'll trim them because they get a little too long. But what's that all about?
What?
Oh, she's got Megan. What do you do with your micro? Your eyebrows micro? She says you got beautiful eyebrows.
Oh, thank you. It's all fake. It's Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's just like the pencil. And I'm really bad at makeup, but like even I can do this. It's fantastic. Maybe I should do like an affiliate link, and then you can buy it with my link, and I can make money.
Oh, this is why I'm here. I try
That's how you do YouTube, right? You make like makeup videos, and then you put a link for your Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil.
Oh my gosh, you came up with a great idea. What if I did that, guys? Would that thing go viral? Tell me.
Yeah, if you wear your ramen noodle outfit with it.
And then everybody would disown me because that's not reselling related. Well, guess what? Everybody needs beautiful eyebrows. I like
and the reason I do it is because when I was in school, it was popular to have thin eyebrows, so I over pluck them, and so I don't have a lot of eyebrow left. And now it's popular to have like big, thick, luscious eyebrows, so I have to fake it.
Guys, it's crazy what you did back in the junior high school days. I'm trying to think of like things that I did to be popular. I didn't do the eyebrow thing, obviously.
Well, I don't know. You don't really have much eyebrow in the video, so maybe you did overpluck them. You're not telling us.
Hey, everybody's got to look. Hey, let me know. Okay, real quick. I know this is off topic, but we're gonna get to the end of this. But if there's any gentlemen in chat, any of my reselling fellows out there who does manicure and pedicures, let me know in chat, guys. Let me know. Let me know if you're man enough to let me know that you get your nails and your feet done in chat. The reason I ask that is us guys like to look good and we like to feel good, right?
So, the pedicures. I took my husband once, and he admitted that he really liked it.
And by the way, guys, he's in the armed forces, right? So that is a true man that you met. You are lucky. You are lucky, and he's lucky too. You both are.
He's lucky. Don't say that I'm lucky.
How did you guys meet? Real quick, how did you guys meet? Oh, wait! Let me see here. Let me see. How did we meet? Guys, can we give her like a here? Hold 1 second. we got drum roll. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Online. How long have you guys been married?
Like 4 years, I think.
Oh, it could have been online.
No. Okay, I'll keep this like PG-13.
Okay, once at a bar, but
yeah, so it was like a strip club bar.
Oh, Adam, dude, you are good. Adam's good. Adam is good. Adam is good. That. Please let me know if anybody in chat was thinking that.
I'm embarrassed now.
Hey, that is. Hey, we all enjoy a good time, right? We all enjoy.
No, okay, Susie. No. So I worked at a bank for a long time. Okay, I have a very professional job. But I did some part-time bartending at night, and I only worked there for a couple weeks. It was not for me, and I just randomly met my husband there one night, and we've been together ever since.
We all know when you go to those locations that it's the bartender that you want to take home, right? So
yeah,
hey, I wasn't expecting that, but you know what? Two kiddos. You guys are happily married. Really cool. All right, guys. I don't know of any better way to leave. Megan, you have been one of my top interviews ever on the Way It's Been.
Thank you for having me. Everyone was so nice and kind. I appreciate it.
And I tell you what, every single one of these people in chat would love to be your admin if you started a channel. You can trust every single one. Amazing people. we always leave off the show with a really cool words of wisdom. Now, this is just something that it doesn't need to be reselling related. Just something that words of wisdom, like just something uplifting. So I'm really curious what you're going to come up with for this last bit here.
You put me on the spot. I think the thing that's helped me the most in this last year, because I've come from, $100 a month on eBay to well over 6 figures in a year, is to actually make a plan and do it. On Star's channel, I talked a little bit about having a daily planner, and I have mine here. It's a Gazelle planner, and it actually allows you to plan out your day, like literally every single time slot. So there's like, it's in, well, this is an hour increment, so I thought it was half hour, like 6, 7, 8, 9. And just before you go to bed at night, plan out your next day. Because one of the hardest things about being self-employed is that you don't have a boss standing over your head to tell you, what to do and when to do it. I could so easily just stay in bed until 1 in the afternoon and not get anything done. But to actually plan it out, write it down, and get up in the morning and do it. Like, that's all you need to do. We all have 2 arms, 2 legs. There's no difference between me and you except for what we're doing with our time.
I couldn't echo that anymore, guys. Like I said, there's no difference between us YouTubers and the people in chat that don't have YouTube channels. We just chose to do a YouTube channel. We're all the same. Put on our pants the same way, possibly. And so that being said, thank you so much for Megan. Can we get one of the kids on before we go?
They are screaming. Oh my gosh.
Bring one over. Bring one over.
Oh my gosh, they're upstairs.
Are they? Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're like screaming really bad upstairs. I won't show them to you. It's
okay. It's good. It's the whole thing of this is the mic up here, guys, because this is how good this interview has been. You guys have an amazing night. Megan, thank you so much for joining. Go Ghost.
Thank you, everybody.
It's been amazing. We had 120 something people at one point, all watching you and your haul video. And there's so much love in chat. It's incredible.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We'll have you back on. Maybe we can have you, Casey, and Star on at the same time, like Brady Bunch style on the screen.
Yeah, that would be fun. We could have just like a live party.
I'll have to see. Casey is one of my faves, so I'll have to speed dial him and see if we can do that. And Star, she cheated on our plus challenge, so
right.
All right, Megan. Well, thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you for joining. We have a show tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. I am also doing a edited video tonight that should be out for you tomorrow, which has all the websites that I use for reselling. You may know them, you may not, who knows, but hopefully that will be out to you guys tomorrow. And have an awesome day, night.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Bye now.